So what's going on, my dedicated bros and brunettes? It's me, Luigikid, and I hope you were watching yesterday's video. If you don't, then you would probably not understand what the actual heck is going on. But according to the ex-girlfriend of the author of Sonic.EXE, or of the Sonic.EXE creepypasta, Sir JC Hyena actually seems to be a predator going after minors. I actually wanted to hear his side of the story, so I decided to follow him on Twitter, and he actually got in contact with me, thank goodness. Once again, before we're starting this, please, my dedicated bros and brunettes, do not go out for any witch hunts. Please don't make things any worse than they already are, and be respectful and understanding as good as possible. I mean, I know it's hard for some people to understand some things, but at least think about it, alright? We're gonna go through the DMs that he was writing me on Twitter. I'm probably gonna regret messaging you, but anyways, hello Mr. Luigikid. Apologies on messaging you like this, but why exactly would you follow me after posting my big dumb mistake? It's probably not any of my business, but I'm just curious as all. I'm sorry if it's at all an inconvenience for you right now. I probably got the time placements wrong. If so, I apologize for the assumption. First of all, JC, you don't have to regret that. That is exactly why I was following you on Twitter, because I wanted to give you a voice as well. And I was hoping that I could cover your side of the story as good as possible. I wrote, all good, I decided to follow you exactly for the reason you could DM me here. I don't know if you watched the video, I want to hear your side of the story as well. He said, I see pretty noble of you to make the judgment call. I haven't watched your video, but I'd rather not, on the account of being far too ashamed of myself. You can already see that he pretty much is ashamed of what he did, but we're gonna go into details in a bit. As I said, I just wanted to know if the allegations and screenshots that were posted are real. There always is a possibility to fake or make things up, and before taking everything as a fact, I thought you should be able to have a voice on the platform as well. If you're referring to allegations involving Helena, they're not entirely true, mainly because I have no memory of the event that had occurred, nor did I had any idea she was underage. Honestly, didn't know. I had no intentions of making it seem like I was offering to show her pornography. If that's what it seemed like, I'm terribly sorry. It was never my intention to give her that kind of idea. As they have stated it, Helena actually received some not safe for work art by JC back in the days when Skype was still a thing. So yes, maybe he did forget about some parts of the story, but if he truly didn't know that she was underage, that is a different story. Still, things happened. If Helena can forgive him, that's totally up to her, and that's something that we can't change. He's sorry, he's now apologizing here once again, but yeah, can't change that. As for the allegations regarding, I'm afraid they are regrettably true, but before you judge me about that, please listen to what I have to say on the matter. Will you listen? And of course I said I will listen. He said, so this all happened 2 years ago. I randomly found this guy on Discord, and like a complete dumbass, I wanted to roleplay with him. Unfortunately, this was during a very stressful time of my life, and I kinda wanted to do some extreme roleplay with him. He told me he was underage, and I swear to God, a part of me was screaming at me to stop right there, but for some reason I didn't. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I just kept doing it, and it was the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. I've regretted it ever since. Can I be honest with you, Luigikid? Like really, all the way honest with you. My life isn't so glamorous. Sure, I created a creepypasta everybody knows by this point, but that's about it. My whole life has just been nothing but stress and misery. My parents always argue over the stupidest things. I'm antisocial to the point of never leaving the house, and my dad is always emotionally abusing me over every single thing I do. He actually threatened to kick me out of the house if I so much as to fail class. 2 years ago, I was still in college, and I honestly wasn't doing good during it. Pretty a hard backstory. I was under a lot of stress and depression, and I unfortunately couldn't talk to much of anybody about it, because I always forced to use my computer to focus on my studies. I didn't RP with because I'm a pedophile. I probably did it out of stress-induced weakness. That's what he did. I would also not say that he's a pedophile. He didn't have sex or wanted to have sex with a minor. He just role-played, which of course still doesn't make things any better, okay? But at least we can say he didn't physically abuse anyone in this situation. The question is if that said person that he was role-playing with was suffering or is traumatized from that whole roleplay. That's a different story, and that is something that he should apologize for, which he actually did. I've regretted doing it ever since then, and the reason I kept it a secret from everybody, because I was that ashamed of myself for doing it in the first place. I know everything I said about why this all happened doesn't excuse the fact that I did it, but it's the truth, and I really am sorry for doing it. I've regretted ever doing it, and I've been struggling with not killing myself over it. And I want you and everyone to know that I'm not a pedophile at all. At this point, he's actually publicly apologizing since I'm now sharing this video to the public. He also gave me his permission to show the DMs that we're writing. If you, the Sonic.EXE community, is forgiving him, it's all up to you. But you should at least listen to his story. Told him committing suicide is the worst thing that he could ever make, and once again I asked him if making a video about this is okay, and he said, "You're welcome to do that. Please tell everyone that everything I'm saying is the truth. I know what I did was wrong. I've regretted ever doing it, and I'm truly by no means a pedophile at all. Hell, I don't even like children. I have had too many bad experiences in my childhood having to put up with the children of my family's friends to even be remotely interested in kids. Hell, the guy I roleplayed with, he doesn't even really believe that I'm a pedophile, and he didn't mean to leak the role-playing in the first place. He purely did it as a joke." Doesn't sound like a joke to me, but still. "All of this was just a big stupid mistake, and I'm really, really sorry. If there was any way I could undo the dumb mistake, I would." I responded with, "The most important thing is that you learn from your mistakes. If the people that were included in this can forgive you or not, it's probably something we can't change. I really just hope something like that never is ever going to happen again. It's never going to happen. I promise. Actually retired from role-playing entirely, partially, because of what I did 2 years ago, and I've been doing good avoiding making the same mistake since then. I don't know if the internet will forgive you either. Just hope they can at least show a little bit of empathy. I would suggest you to take a break from the internet and try to get your private life sorted. I wish it were that easy for me, but thanks for the suggestion anyway, Luigikid. What about you? Do you at least understand now? Honestly, this was never how I wanted us to meet, let alone us meeting at all. Understand that you're going through a lot of shit, still should have thought twice. Yeah, it really sucks the way we met to be like this. I hope people can forgive you. You at least didn't harm anyone physically. You still did a huge mistake though. We can only hope the future heals all wounds. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you for understanding at least. I never meant to hurt anyone. What I did because I was desperate and weak. And I kept it a secret for 2 years because I regretted ever doing it. I was too ashamed of myself to tell anyone. Thanks for sharing your point of view. I understand whatever happens. I still wish you all the best in your life. Just take care. Don't do anything stupid again. Thank you again, and again, you're welcome to post a follow-up video about this. Please make sure Shannon and the Sonic.EXE community sees it, and let them know that I'm sorry for what I did. I'm not a pedophile, and I never meant to hurt anyone. Thanks again. You're welcome. This is where our conversation ended. And once again, he did stupid mistakes, and it seems like he really is ashamed, and he really is sorry about all the things he did. It's all up to you, my dedicated bros and brodettes, the Sonic.EXE community, Helena, Shannon, if they're able to forgive him. That's totally up to them. I now at least know Sir JC Hyena's point of view, and as I said, I want to give him a voice here on the platform, and that's what he did. He actually just covered now his side of the story. The allegations were sadly true, and it's a shame that it had to come like this, but we can't change the past anymore. It's now up to the other people and see what the future brings. Once again, my dedicated bros, please, if you can't forgive him, please don't make things any worse, okay? Please do not witch hunt, do not insult any of the parties involved into this. It could only make things worse, and you know, even if it's just the internet, you can still hurt people on the internet and can actually drag them into suicide, and that's the least thing that we want. The last fucking thing that should have ever happened, okay? Cancel culture is really, really shit, and it's actually very, very sad to see that one of the biggest creepypasta authors now becomes part of it. If we can forgive him, that's totally up to the community. I did my part of the job. With all that being said, my dedicated bros and brodettes, don't forget to subscribe to the blood if you haven't already, to rate the video or to leave comments feedback, and we'll see each other in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.